This part of our course is about how firms produce the goods. It will be very useful for you to understand the whole production process. What costs could be incurred, how to minimize these costs, maximize profits, how to organize optimal output, production, and keep the productivity of each input. First of all, the amount of inputs to produce a good depends on the amount of output. The decision on how much to produce in its turn depends on cost of production or cost of inputs. And our goal is to put together these two ideas and answer such questions like: should a company exist as a business at all? How much to produce? How to produce the desired quantity of output? And these questions will be answered on the following sequence. Firstly, managers identify what is the best and easiest way to produce output. Secondly, managers make price-output decision. What is the desired price of customer in the market, and what the quantity they are ready to get at that price. After that, managers are able to know whether an existing company can continue to operate in the market, if market requirements meet yours, or exit the market, letting other firms enter and create a new business. Firms turn inputs into outputs and get product for sale. For instance, Starbucks produces a Grand Vanilla Decaf lattes. The list of inputs used in production of lattes is long and consists of such things like water, coffee, beans, sugar, milk, toppings, paper cups, electricity, coffee machine, time of staff who make all this job. And this is not a full list of production costs. There are also back office part like accounting, payroll, logistics, and the growth of these costs will be called like factors of production, which mainly include raw materials like our milk, coffee beans, electricity, capital like coffee machine, labor, which is the time of barista, and land and building where business realizes, and technology, which is the knowledge and skills of business makers that allow them to transfer all the inputs into the final product that people really want to buy. After that, the production function is considered, which show the technological possibilities of firm, or in other words, how much output a firm can produce. And also, marginal product is determined as it gives information on the amount of extra output produced from one added extra input. Suppose you're managing a Starbucks cafe and you have a coffee beans, coffee machine, 500 square feet of working space, but no barista to produce a coffee for customers. If you have one person to work for you, then you will get some output produced. Clients served at the cash register and cleaned tables after each customer. But you know that it's not enough quantity of product, and it is very difficult to perform several jobs by one person. Now you will get one more worker to this 500 square workplace, and then you add the third, fourth employee. And in order to maximize the quantity of output and serve the happy clients until you see the staff start to bump into each other, making the barista annoyed and unproductive. Because of limited space, each extra worker started to make less and less output. And this situation is called diminishing marginal product of labor. In our example, we have two different inputs, like fixed, this is size of coffee and the number of espresso machine, and etc., and changed or variable, it could be the labor. And in the third column here of this table, you can see the marginal product of labor. The main idea of this is that each additional hour of labor input contributes a smaller and smaller amount of output. For instance, If we want to know the marginal product for this labor, we subtract the last output from the previous one and divide the result by the change in labor, which is also the difference between the last and the previous number of labor. And here the illustration of production function. As you see, as more labor is added to a firm, output increases at a decreasing rate of and meaning that total revenue is increasing, but contribution of each labor is decreasing by additional working. And production function tells us the level of output of firm for a given level of input. The function is, for instance, is output equals to productivity multiplied by hours of labor input or capital input. What did we learn in this session? We understood that the production function characterizes the links between inputs and outputs. It shows the output produced by a firm given its inputs. You also consider the graph of the function, which displays two important points: positive marginal product and diminishing marginal product. Positive marginal product is obtained from each additional input, adding another machine, another worker, and so on. A firm increases the output, but it doesn't mean that there could be the case when cost of extra input is higher than the revenue received from each input added. As for the diminishing margin, increases output more when there is a small amount of that input being used.